All right. I am shopping for another car, is the story that I'd like to tell you guys. I actually had Stephen pumped. I was like, yeah, I'm going to move to Georgia and things are going to be great. And then I'm going to pick up a new Mitsubishi Mirage. And life was great. So today, great news. The price was right. And I did sell my Rx8. Out of the blue, I got a call from said buyer who was interested in picking up the vehicle. He has an FD, so it's already another rotary head. And surprisingly enough, he spent the money to fly down from San Francisco to San Diego to pick up my car to drive back with his wife. And as such, I was very accommodating. I went to go pick him up. You know, we had lunch together, blah, blah, blah. And really didn't even haggle the price that much. Should I go over the price that I sold it for, or should I just sell as well within what I was asking?
I'd leave it. You know, it's a new guy, and if he wants to talk about that, he may not. Yeah.
I will say this, though. I did turn a healthy profit off of it. I picked up the car that was kind of semi in disrepair, fixed it up, did a full maintenance to it. I gave him exactly what he was looking for anyways, which was a nice vehicle that was 100% good to go. And I walked away $4,000 in the positive. So I am bittersweet because my Rx8 was lovely in every way. And I love the chassis, and I'm not just fanboying over it. It was actually decent. However, this literally selling this car is going to pay for my move so I can get the fuck out of California. So thanks for everyone who did watch the old episode. If not, I'll have that linked here, I think. And yeah, thoughts, Steven?
Okay, so let's see. Like a year ago when Craig was down to one car and was getting ready to move across the country, I was like, hey man, one car and it's a pickup truck. You're set. Don't do anything dumb. Yeah. And that was like 3 cars ago. So here we are.
So yeah, no, that was actually the Mustang, right? I got rid of my 2017 Mustang. And then he was like, hey, don't pick up another vehicle. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And then I picked up the 2.5 RS or 2.5i and I turned that for profit.
And a Fit.
And he was like, yeah, don't get another vehicle. And I got a Honda Fit and turned that for a profit. And then, hey, don't get another vehicle. And then, to be honest, honest to God, cross my heart on my mother, I was not looking for an Rx8, but this, friend of a friend found one, was trying to get a Type R, offered me a low price, and I couldn't. And I tell my family this too, that
I swear to God, if you buy a car in the next 30 days, like, dude,
it might happen.
There's no help for you.
There's no help. I got the shirt even, right? It's one hell of a drug. Thank you, Scotto.
Yeah.
But like honestly, I was not looking for an Rx8. I was kind of toying around with vehicles. I have it's my search saved, and I'm just looking at whatever. And like I said, this guy came to me saying, "Hey, I got this thing for sale." And Steven doesn't know this, but I was actually gambling with the inflated car prices of the desirable sports cars, Japanese sports cars right now, as well as the cover cost of me buying this car. So like I was thinking if I bought this at X price and turned around and immediately sold it for Y, I would make a small profit. And then as time went on, we kept seeing the price of these desirable vehicles go up and up and up and up. And I was like, hey, there's actually something here. I will say this, the next cheapest Series 2 RX-8 that is in 500 miles of my place with comparable miles is being sold right now at a dealership for $15,300. And I sold it for about $3 underneath that.
So, I would say, and that's a real specific example, right? With the S2 RX-8s, they're not a high production item, and even more so than that, they're not particularly well known or well liked.
Yeah,
because the S1 had way higher production numbers and was way crappier in basically every way,
and was way hated.
Yeah, but yeah. So Price is Right. The RX-8's gone, and we were talking about this on the last episode about whether it was right to sell your car or not. And the conclusion we came to then is still the one that I stand by now, that if you want to buy another RX-8 like that one, that it was the wrong call, although it might be for your specific situation the right call.
Right.
If you want to change platforms, though, now is the time.
So if you have a 2008 or 2007 S197 Mustang GT.
what was it?
What's up?
2010 Sunburst Gold.
Yeah, a 2010 Sunburst Gold V8 manual, preferably with the premium package, or preferably with the sports suspension package, not the premium package. Hit me up. In about 40 days, I'll come by and buy it after I moved.
You're ridiculous.
No,
but yes, in all seriousness, right? For the people out there, is if you're thinking about moving platforms, pretty much everything that's even remotely desirable is high in price.
Yep, and they are coming down a little bit because we're on the back
now
side
is
of this.
Now is the time.
Yep.
If you want to shift platforms, dump your platform now. Either just don't have a project car, or if it's your daily, then buy something fucking cheap for a daily and give it like 6 months, and you'll be able to get a project again and be money ahead by a lot.
Yep. Especially if it's a good condition, whatever. And right now, if you have an S chassis, like now's the time to sell it for $2 because they're not going to hold value. I promise you that they're not going to hold value.
S chassis, man, S chassis are stupidly expensive right now. I don't know why.
They're more expensive than older Zs.
They're more expensive than newer Zs.
Infinitely better. But yeah, so that's what happened. Rx8's number 4 rotary Rx8 is now out of my life. Sorry, Quinn from Slip Angle Media. I'll drop a link to his Rx8.
Hey, I just want to say Quinn also figured out that rotaries need to go away, and the best thing to do with an Rx8 is pull the motor out of it. Doesn't he have an LFX in his now?
He thinks no. He reviewed a guy who had an LFX swap and he likes it, but he doesn't like the disturbance in the balance. He thinks a 20B old school rotary swap would be the ideal power weight combination. But I have him and I have Dave Pratt from Speed Academy thinking about the Miata big block swap. That could be a thing. Which, for those of you who haven't been following along, that was actually going to be the eventual goal for the Rx8. Was to take a Mazda 6 2.5 Duratec engine, slap it underneath the MZR head from the Miata, and put it into the Rx8. But, however, I telling Steven this, though, if I have the Rx8, I can't have other project cars, and there's a few other Black Book cars that I would rather build than said Rx8. Although I really do want to build it, but, you know.
Hey, man, we've all... and this will be a fun one. We'll talk about this on the channel at some point, right? So sure. I know Craig and I and Blake and a bunch of our other friends group all have little black books, right, of projects that we want to build that we've researched, and we've got
somewhere
we've got the parts and the everything else. I just think it'd be a cool build, and I'd love to hear from all the viewers out there some of your black book ideas, stuff that you're, either not going to get to soon or whatever, but just, neat ideas that are buried back there.
Yeah.
One of these days we'll do an episode about some of them. God knows I've got dozens of entries in mind.
Yeah. Like a Cayman swap Beetle. I'm evil. I'm evil. Anyways.
Yeah.
That's the news that we have. I think we're just going to cut. This has been like the second best black car I've ever owned. And also the second worst black car I've ever owned. Because black sucks to keep clean. But man, oh man, when is it clean? It just pops hardcore. Hi. Future owner's going to enjoy this.